और आइए रुख करते हैं सीधे दिल्ली का आईएएफ चीफ मार्शल की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में। आपके लिए चलते हैं, राकेश कुमार सिंह इस वक्त से बात कर रहे हैं।
We have also inducted and operationalized the Airborne Early Warning and Control, the AEW&C, which has been extremely successful in its operationalization. The induction of ALH, Akash SAGW, IACCS and Air Defense Radars are some of the other success stories of the indigenous effort that has been underway. With its latest induction, the IAF is further bolstering its strength. The acquisition of Rafale aircraft and the S-400 missile system will greatly enhance our operational capability in the times to come. The induction of potent Apache attack helicopter fleet, which has already started, and Chinook heavy lift helicopter, which has added a punch to our capabilities in these fields. Notwithstanding the pace of acquisitions, modernization and indigenization efforts, which is an ongoing process, the IAF is prepared to fight at short notice in full synergy with the other two services. IAF as a service has evolved considerably over the years with the capability of sustaining operational readiness for a prolonged period, some of which we demonstrated during Gagan Shakti. I have continued to respond to the clarion call of duty to civil authorities towards humanitarian assistance and disaster relief in a swift and timely manner. We were always the first to respond. Our brave air warriors continue to provide aid and respite to our countrymen in times of need and demonstrated exceptional courage and selflessness in the face of most hostile and adverse conditions during such operations. In the last 1 year, IAF has been actively involved in providing rescue and relief to cyclone and flood affected areas of Orissa, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. The IAF provided timely assistance in fighting and dousing fires in Bandipora, Palakkad and in many such places. We rescued stranded civilians and provided relief materials in Chamba, Buntar area of Himachal Pradesh, which was cut off due to heavy snowfall. IAF transport aircraft were also pressed into service for airlifting students from J&K for GATE exam in Feb this year. In addition to HADR operations, we have been participating in and conducting regular multilateral and bilateral exercises with various nations, and the prowess of our force is evident. And most of that you have seen on the video, so I will not go into the number of exercises that we did recently. However, the exercises that are slated in future I will touch upon, which are exercise Eastern Bridge 5 with RAFO in October, GMT-19 joint exercise with Singapore Air Force, which will be held in November 19. Indra 19, the second edition, is planned in Jan 2020. Exercise Indradhanush 5 joint exercise with UK Royal Air Force in Feb of 2020. And these exercises provide us with substantial operational experience and exposure on the air power capabilities of the respective air forces that we exercise with, and facilitate mutual exchange of ideas, mission planning and execution in a simulated high threat environment, and we get to know where they are in the world today. The loss of an aircraft during peacetime is a cause of concern and a cause of worry, though we have always taken precautions that this doesn't happen. We are making concerted efforts to minimize them and preserve our assets, and this will be a priority area. We have inducted state-of-the-art flight simulators already for training the aircrew and exposing them to realistic operational environment without endangering flight safety. To ensure a safe flying environment, we have taken measures to reduce bird strikes. Though the machine is important, the true strength of any organization lies with its personnel behind the machine. The men and women under my command are confident to take on any threat and are fully prepared to undertake full spectrum of air operations and respond to any challenge in the most befitting manner. Post the announcement by the Honorable Prime Minister on 15th August 18, the IAF rapidly formulated requisite policies that enabled consideration of women officers for the grant of permanent commission across all branches. The gender neutrality of IAF policies has resulted in a woman officer taking over as flight commander of a helicopter squadron, and one of the lady officers is already posted in a diplomatic assignment in Moscow. In the last 1 year, our air warriors have scaled greater heights of success in the field of sports as well as adventure. The performance displayed by our young air warriors in various sporting events in India and abroad were commendable. The performance displayed by our young air warriors in the various sporting events such as athletics, boxing, shooting, wrestling, cycling, cricket, etc. in India and abroad was really excellent. The nation as a whole and the Indian Air Force in particular is proud of their achievements. The indigenous human spaceflight program under the Indian Space and Research Organization is progressing as planned, and our Indian Institute of Aviation Medicine, the IAM, is the nodal agency for all aeromedical aspects, and they are currently involved in selection of the astronauts. It is widely involved in the screening, selection process, initial training and pre-flight, post-flight health management and safety aspects of our would-be Gagannauts. The welfare and well-being of our personnel and their families is of utmost importance. IF is committed to improve the quality of life and enhance productivity of our workplaces. Creation and upgradation of infrastructure for sports and games, living accommodation, shopping complexes, schools and auditoriums to enhance the quality of life and standards of living of our personnel is being carried out at all bases, all commands. The IF lays necessary stress on the educational aspects of the wards of our air warriors. 132 Air Force schools are currently functioning under the aegis of Indian Air Force Educational and Cultural Society. The Air Force schools today have carved a niche for themselves for providing excellent education at a very affordable cost. Digitization of personal records of IF civilians, which was started, has been completed. This system will ensure better monitoring and feedback on civilian personnel management. To conclude, on this occasion, I take this opportunity to pay tribute to our veterans and acknowledge their outstanding contributions. It is their vision and tenacity of purpose that has nurtured this Indian Air Force. It is their unrelenting effort in the face of hardships that today we have grown from strength to strength. We assure them that the IF will continue to strive for excellence and ensure success in every mission, keeping in line with the values and ethos of the Indian Air Force. On behalf of all Air Warriors, I would also like to convey our sincere gratitude to our ex-Air Chief, Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanwa, for his vision, untiring efforts and extraordinary leadership in bringing glory to the IF. Indian Air Force is grateful for the nation's trust, confidence and support. I take this opportunity to assure the nation.
तो आईएफ चीफ मार्शल राकेश कुमार सिंह मीडिया से सालाना एयरफोर्स डे पर एयर चीफ ने जो वीडियो जारी किया उसकी तफसीलात दी और फजाइया की जो कामयाबियां इस साल की रही हैं वो मीडिया से साझा की।